I'll let Shayna in first. Good. Oh, well, I'm really excited. I know that I'm talking to the choir here when I say that we have loved how we've done this business for all these years, person to person and on the phone. And we just know that if we want to stay relevant, as we were just talking about, we really do have to embrace that technology has invaded all of our businesses, not just Juice Plus. And if we want to attract younger people who have been raised from day one with technology, we have to know that we have to be familiar with it. Maybe we don't want to use it, but we need to know that if we want to attract team that wants to do technology. So we're always looking for a system that suits just our business, because there's lots of systems out there. So tonight, Tamara, who is our systems specialist, is going to share one that has been around for a while. It's called Project Broadcast. Some of you used it in a campaign last year. But what's different about what Tamara's going to share tonight is some Juice Plus reps have taken it a step further, and they have customized the templates and the verbiage and a lot of things to suit Juice Plus. And so that is going to be another time saver, because you won't really have to be the creator. Some people love to create and it takes time. And one thing we learned last week in the NMD meeting was that people are doing more than one side gig to earn extra income. And that means they have even less time. And one of the numbers, which was, crazy, was that people want to have a side gig and they don't want to spend more than 5 hours a week doing it, and they still want to make money. So if you can find a system that can save you time and still allow you to engage, educate, have fun, make it personal, I think we would all embrace that. And so Tamara has, put her toe in the water there, and she's going to share that tonight. So passing it to Tamara.
Thank you, Susie. Okay, I'm going to share some slides. I just put together, I'm going to share, let's see, share sound, optimize video, and I'm going to share my whole screen because I'm going to jump around. Okay. Okay.
I think you might want to just kind of give a baseline background too for people that don't even know what Project Broadcast is. But.
So what I'm sharing today, I have shared Project Broadcast before, and I'll share. So what I'm sharing today is really going to be like overview, kind of top level, give you a hint of what it looks like, dip your toe in the water to see like what the possibilities are. And then, when you decide that it's something that you want to implement, then there'll be lots of resources and training clips and things for you. So it's not going to be like a step-by-step, here's how you use it. It's not that kind of a training, but to show you what is possible. So Susie did such a great job of introing this, and I saw the possibilities of Project Broadcast when I first heard about it last year, and I jumped in, but I also didn't find a lot of templates that were being shared among reps, because I think people were purchasing this system. And this full campaign line is so fantastic. I got to take a peek at it, I think maybe over a week ago, and I've reached out to some friends who are already using it and asked how it's magnifying their business, or what the benefits are that they're seeing. And so Susie, you jumped right in with the slide talking about this slide about that people want to work less than, for their side gig, they want to work less than 4 to 8 hours a week. And the vast majority, 71% and 84%. And so I think, as we're growing our businesses, we need to think about, how do you work this business in a shorter amount of time and still, grow it and give good customer care and have that attraction for different generation. So my daughter's 19, Angelina, some of you guys know her, and she's like constantly on her phone. If she can't do it quick, then she's not doing it. And so this works kind of hand in hand too with the Boards app that I shared a couple weeks ago. The Boards app is a new app available in your app store or your Google, I forget what it's called, where you download apps. And then we have access to the Campbell team boards where they're putting all the verbiage, the images, all those things in there. And so what's cool is that you can use that together with Project Broadcast. And so I asked a couple friends that I'm close with, how it's helped them. And so we have 2 comments here: 100% game changer. It's easy to plug in your customers to the appropriate campaigns based on their order and know that their basic customer care needs are met. And that was from Margie. And then Jennifer Tammon, she said, it has definitely freed up my time to do other things. I know that my client care is taken care of. It keeps my name front of mind and keeps our products front of mind. And it frees up my time to think of how I can reach new people. It's been a great organizational tool. And that's just a couple of ideas. So if you're not familiar at all with Project Broadcast, or you remember me talking about it last year, but you haven't jumped in, Project Broadcast is a business messaging tool with a personal touch. So you have a dedicated phone number that's assigned to you through the tool. The basic package, which I think is all you'll ever need, is $15 a month. And there's an app for your phone, plus you can access it on your computer. And so I'm going to share the cool thing about this Juice Plus line, campaign line through EOT, or Efficiency on Tap, is they've made all these short videos. So rather than just hear me talk, I'm going to share, let's see, I already have it up. Share this video. Let me know if you can hear it.
Hi, I'm so glad that you're here. My name.
Okay, can you guys hear that? I just paused it real quick. Susie, were you able to hear the audio? I can't see anyone's faces.
Yep, I gave a thumbs up.
Yes, we can hear it. We can hear it.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure, before I went through a 5-minute video, no one could hear. All right, here we go.
Jen with Efficiency on Tap, and I am going to share an overview of what Project Broadcast is. This is one of the best tools that you can use for your business to automate and build relationships and connect with your customers. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see. So this is what it looks like on the desktop. It's also an app that you can have on your phone or your laptop or an iPad, tablet. So this is where you'll message people when you have contacts. They will all show up here like it's different text messages. And this is the schedule button. So if you have something that, a message that you would want to schedule someone, you can choose the date and time and pre-schedule that out. Maybe you have reships for your customers that you'd like to, at the beginning of the month, schedule those out. You can do that here. A campaign is so great, and this has been what I've used to just revolutionize my customer care for my customers. You can pre-plug in all of those check-in dates, 30, 60, 90 or more in there, and it takes care of it for you. So you can schedule when you want those to happen. You just plop their name in, and all of those automatic messages will automatically send out. So I'll give you, here's like a team call reminder. So you can upload an image and say when you want it to go out, and you can just have that reoccurring, or you could even have a bunch of messages here if it was for like a new customer. Then you have your contacts. So all your contacts would be listed here. So you got a new customer, you would just, hit the plus button, name, phone number, good to go, save it. And then you can start messaging them. Then they have a cool feature called keywords, and that's if you want to opt into something. So maybe you're having a class on a new product, or something that you're doing exciting for your business that you want only the people who are interested to opt into that. So you could say, text back this word, say it's orange, for example, and then anyone who texts back that word will automatically get put in a section where they will get those messages that you want sent for that specific thing. So maybe you're inviting to an event and you do it that way. And then we have templates. So these are like messages that maybe you use a lot, or that you want to pre-have. So like a reship message or your intro message. So I have an example here saying like, hey, this is my project broadcast number, and I'm so excited for you. And I put a picture of myself since it's coming up as a new phone number, so they'll be able to know who I am. Then there's this also great feature called a tag, which is just how to group your different customers or people that you have in here together. So maybe they're all in the United States. Maybe they're all in a certain state or city. Maybe there's a mom group that they're all a part of. However you want to classify those, and that's how you can do that. And then there's lots of other features like trackable links. And here's an example in here. Say you have a video that you want to send them. Instead of just sending them the video link, you can make it trackable so you can know who's actually clicked on that link and how many times they've watched it, which is really awesome for customer care. And yeah, that's kind of a basic overview of what it would look like to utilize Project Broadcast. So let's text Jane Doe here. I'm going to pull up the template message of that first intro message that I want to send someone. So I just pull it up here. It pulls up that whole message, and I have these fun things. So this is going to save you so much time. So you can send individual text messages to people just by sending one message, and it will automatically populate their name, your name, and all this is pre-programmed. And so it saves you so much time and energy and just that space in your head where you're like, oh shoot, that customer is going to get their next order and I needed to talk to them about it if they need any more. Or you can pre-program in asking them, upselling, like adding more product, or yeah, there's just so many ways that this can be utilized to really streamline our business. And I'm so excited for you. It is really a game changer.
Hey, it's Alex with Efficiency.
Okay. So as you guys were watching that, and maybe I stop sharing for a second, were there any things that came to mind?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that, it answered the question of, does everybody see like everybody's name and everything? So it's individual. Nobody sees anybody else showing up, but they get an individualized communication.
Yeah,
And
so it's actually individual messages going out instead of a group text.
okay. And then when it said set up like the 30, 60, 90-day messages. So you have the messages already set up and then you just plug them into the customer and they're already spaced out, or I have to set up the calendar, or?
You don't have to set up the calendar. It's a drip campaign. So I'll show you some of the campaigns. I see your mind reeling, Shelly, like how you could use this, right?
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. Okay, so so when our team purchases the full campaign, Juice Plus full campaign line, what we're getting is all these new campaigns. So they're individual campaigns for new customers based on the products that they're receiving. So they're going to get a customized new customer campaign based on what they've ordered, because you'll put them in that appropriate campaign. And it is set up drip system. So you put them in on day one, and then they'll automatically get the messaging. Also for existing customers, there's campaigns for those add-on. I won't be able to go into all of these. There's a total of almost 100 campaigns with the templates and the classes and the keywords. There is definitely some setup involved. You're going to need to import your customers, import your team, and there's different ways to do that. You can follow the short videos and do that yourself, or if you're want to pass that off and say, okay, I'm not that techie, or I don't want to spend time on that, then I know there are different virtual assistants that are supporting Project Broadcast and supporting Juice Plus. I think Candace, maybe you're already using a virtual assistant for your business, and so if you're not a tech person, that's okay. Maybe you want to look for that additional support for getting set up, but then getting in there and working it. And there is still some setup once you download the whole package. Customizing those links, setting up those trackable links, and again, either you can do that or have an assistant do that. There are different recipe campaigns, there's classes, and I'm still figuring out whether the classes, as I'm looking at them, are they for existing customers, people who already know about Juice Plus, or can some of these classes be for brand new folks? I also looked at this and thought, oh, when I'm going to a trade show or have a booth, how can I talk to people and then get them straight plugged into information by putting them in Project Broadcast and then having them text a keyword, and then boom, they're getting educated, after we've had a conversation, we know, what they're interested in.
I have a question about the, do you have to get other, like your prospects or your customers, do you have to get them to actually become part of Project Broadcast, or is it texting their phone and or their email?
Yeah, so it's probably the easiest way is just like you would add a new contact in your phone, you're going to add a new contact in Project Broadcast, and then they're in. And then you'd start messaging them. So, when I'm talking to new folks, now I have to remember, hey, text them when I'm connecting with them, text them from my Project Broadcast, add them right in there instead of into my regular phone, or, add them in both.
But I go to their, that's what I'm saying is, does it go to their phone or to their email, all these messages?
This is primarily for phone. I know there is a slot to put in someone's email address, but this really is working through texting. It's SMS texting, text messaging.
Okay.
And folks are more likely to answer a text message than an email. And I don't remember the statistics when I first watched the Project Broadcast Zoom that they did for Juice Plus like over a year ago. It was significantly more that people would reply to text than they would to email. And I don't know about you guys, I purchase other things. So like, I purchase essential oils. And so my oil lady, she's got me in Project Broadcast, and, she's sending me stuff periodically. And then if you want more about sleep, text that keyword sleep. And then there's a class on sleep. So other companies are using this as well.
So do you have to get
know
permission? Oops, sorry.
I just want to know, because the number is different than what my customers or team have for me in their database. So do I have to let people know ahead of time?
Yeah.
Or how do you do that?
Hang on, let me go through these templates and stuff, because I think I'll answer a lot of questions. Okay, so the templates, we're also getting templates for prospects with videos, templates for your team, and this is exactly what you're asking, Shelly. So there's some intro messages for team and for customers and prospects. Weekly call reminders, some of you got those today. I was like, why not schedule so you can see what this is like? And it took me, maybe 5 minutes, because I was clunky, to schedule both messages. And then I could, set it and forget it. So, you know, I'm thinking, well, what about when you invite someone to an event and they said yes, that they're going to come? And then you could already at that time set up a reminder call or reminder text, you know, maybe 2 days in advance and day of, you know, for that event.
Is anyone here actually using, besides you, Tamara, the Project Broadcast?
I think Linda and Janet used it last year when you did that one campaign. I'm not sure. And maybe Shelley, no, Shelley and Lori didn't. Okay.
No,
I
I didn't, but I was very interested. I think I downloaded the app, but just wasn't like clear on how to do it. And I was a little, you know, foggy on the phone number and just how the whole thing works. So,
Right.
yeah. And you, Tamara, you also said, well, if the team purchases it, so you're saying this is like a team for our team to purchase it, so we'd all kind of go in on the purchase of it, or those that want to participate?
Well, this program, okay, Project Broadcast generally is the $15 a month, but 3 Juice Plus reps have created this unique one specifically for Juice Plus, which is, to me, made huge sense because it's the creating that's so time consuming for those of us that aren't very creative, right? And so that's where the fee, this, you know, good sized fee is for this other project, you know, and we haven't really talked about that, but you know, we're hoping that the leaders will, people that have a team will be willing to pitch in. I don't remember, is it a one-time thing, Tamara?
It's a one-time thing for the full line.
So.
And then if there are updates and new things, do we automatically get access to those?
So once you've downloaded the campaigns, it's a static thing on your computer, so you would have to do the updating. But you have the basis to start.
I didn't quite know what you meant by updating, like if the.
So for example, prices have just changed
okay.
in
Right.
March, and those haven't been updated in the campaign line. So like I was getting ready, I like to review the campaigns before I use them. So I was sharing today, a few weeks ago, I met a new gal at the gym. Today she came up to me and started talking to me. She saw my Facebook page and some different things, and she started asking some questions about some of my health challenges. And so as I was sharing with her right away, I said, oh my gosh, you need these whole food concentrates, and you need them right away. That's going to be your best defense. And so when I started messaging her today, we had already connected on my regular phone number. So I had texted her and just said, I'm going to be sending you messages from my business line, and then started just using the templates and things through here. And so when I was sharing about Shred 10, I said, you know, to hear about the nutritional program that we're using in our family, text back Shred 10. So then she'll, you know, text back Shred 10, and she'll automatically get into the Shred 10 class, and she'll start learning all about the Shred 10 and Juice Plus all at once.
So they need to respond when you send out your introduction.
It depends how you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there tutorial videos that we can take a look at before we even jump on board? And also, does corporate actually approve of the program?
I don't have the answer to that question about corporate approving. I know I don't know about corporate at the very top. I know there is a Juice Plus, a Project Broadcast Zoom that was shared like last year. And so we can share that link. It's an hour, and I got about 20 minutes into it, and I was like, okay, there's a lot of information here, but I don't feel like they're showing me how to do things. And Project Broadcast does have their they have videos in how to start using Project Broadcast. But I like the way Efficiency on Tap created short snippet videos of each thing. So you can learn, one thing and then, get that set up and then watch the next video and do the next thing.
And so that's on their YouTube channel?
So when we purchase the full campaign, then we have access to those short videos as well.
So before you actually go and join this, you don't have access to see how the program's working?
You absolutely do through Project Broadcast directly, but through the Efficiency on Tap, through what they're offering, that all comes with purchasing.
What is Efficiency on Tap?
It's the company, the three gals that or Juice Plus reps that created all these campaigns. It's their company.
And is that Wendy Campbell's team? Is that correct?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't even think the three girls are on the same team.
Huh.
Tamara,
Yeah.
I'd like to say a couple of things.
Yes, please.
First of all, Project Broadcast, like Tamara said, it's $15 a month. And all of, many of the 100 clubs use Project Broadcast and have been using it, gosh, I don't know, for years. So, and some of them have virtual assistants to even, handle that piece. So there's a lot of teams that are using it. There is a Project Broadcast Juice Plus, I don't know the exact name, JP Juice Plus Facebook page, where some of these campaigns are shared. Here's the thing, it takes time to put a campaign together.
Mhm.
And what Efficiency on Tap has done is they've put the templates together. They do charge a fee for that. And basically and how I was looking at this is that we wanted to gather everybody, or for the leaders to go back to their team and assess how many team members would actually use this. Because the NMDs have been covering the cost of Efficiency on Tap's fee for this. So, we'd like to do that, but we'd like to see, there has to be some participation, or maybe you'd like to, because what happens once Efficiency on Tap's campaigns, we purchase those, we get a link that we can share, and our entire teams can use that link to access all these campaigns. So,
Linda,
yeah,
what is the cost of that?
what is it, Tamara?
It's $1,297 for the whole package, and it includes, I think, a month of support. And we can ask questions to the Efficiency on Tap team so they can help us get real good up to speed using the system.
So as an NMD, Linda, is our entire downline in that broadcast?
Yes. Anybody on your team, whoever you pass that code to, can have access to all that information. And obviously, the more leaders that we get to cover the cost, the less it will, be. Or, we can work things out. If there's an interest, we want to pursue it, absolutely. I think it'll be really excellent to learn this, because who doesn't want an efficient business? I'm not a systems person, thank God Tamara is, and I know Alan, you're very proficient on the computer, have been for ever since I've known you. So, I think this is something really good. So,
And it's not only for our current teams, right? It's for your future team as well, right? Because as you add new team members, and I think that is like the amplification, the compounding effect of it, right? Is that as you're adding new partners, and Tiffany, when I was sharing this with her earlier in the week or last week, she was saying, as you're talking to folks, it's $52 a year plus $15 a month for, like your virtual assistant kind of for this system. And one of my friends, she shared that when she is talking to and adding new clients, she shares that she has a, I forget how she says it, that you could have personalized texting support. So it's not just like we're bugging them with our texting messages. It's that they're, you know, you're offering it as this personalized texting support. And so they're going to get these personal messages from you. And I've been using Project Broadcast for the last year for messaging. I had set up some customer care campaigns that other Juice Pots reps had shared. And so I've been using it in a small way, but I didn't have the bandwidth or the time or the anything else as a working professional to also create all these campaigns and set up all this customer care and all this. And so that's why when I saw what was all, you know, involved here, what all you have access, and for all, you know, all of our teams, right? And then our future teams, how profound and how valuable it is.
We had a program like,
Real quick, is that a one-time fee or annual fee?
One time. The Project Broadcast, you're going to, you know, pay your $15 a month. And they have two programs with Project Broadcast. The basic package is $15 a month. That gives you 500 automated messages a month. It's really unlikely you're ever going to use all those. You know, if you got to the point where you're so busy that you needed to upgrade your package, you're not going to care that it's now $20 a month or $30 because you have so many customers and so many partners. But it's unlikely that you're going to even need to upgrade to that. And then they have two programs. They have a referral program. They also have an affiliate program. And as far as I can tell, the affiliate program doesn't cost anything. You sign up to be affiliate and you get 10% back on any person that signs up for Project Broadcast using your link. So if you have 10 people who sign up for Project Broadcast and continue to use it, that pays for your $15 a month.
so as far as the NMD package is concerned, does that mean everybody who wants to come on that's on our team that wants to get involved in Project Broadcast, do they also still pay $15 a month?
So if you're signing up for Project Broadcast, you're getting a dedicated phone number and you're signing up for their service. So yes, anyone who wants to use Project Broadcast will need to pay that $15 a month to use Project Broadcast. If you're just supporting your team and contributing as an NMD to the
Efficiency on tap.
efficiency on tap full campaign line, then you would just be supporting that part, and you wouldn't. But
everybody else,
That part,
they still have to be paid $15 a month, correct?
Right. Yes.
This kind of reminds me of the Distributor Pro. Some of us old NMDs would probably remember that, which isn't supported anymore. Do you guys remember that, Linda?
Yeah.
And
Yes, I
Victor,
do.
all
Yeah.
that. It kind of sounds like that, and it was very helpful for our business for sure. It sounds a little bit more complicated, but maybe the templates would take some of that away.
now,
That's
I
the
think it's
time
more
consuming part.
robust. I think it's more robust than Distributor Pro. Distributor Pro was just like track your customers and when to call them and when to put out, you know, there's so much more, I think, on this. So yeah, much more robust.
yeah, but if the follow-ups are good on this thing, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still the weak follow-upper in the world.
me too. Vic.
And if this can do that and schedule my time, I tell you what, it's worth all its go. The $15 is going to be forever, right? For you once you get in.
As long as you have the phone number, yeah, because if you stop paying it, then you don't have that phone number anymore. And the other thing to know about the phone number is you can set up in Project Broadcast call forwarding. So if anyone calls that phone number, the calls would get forwarded to your regular phone. You could answer
And then that 1,000, that's gonna be the full package. That's the efficiency one.
Yes, that's
gonna
that
be-
full campaign line.
Is
Yeah,
that for
that's-
one payment and that's it? You own that pack, that group owns that package, so.
Yes.
That's correct.
And so Linda, if you guys go into it and I say, I want to join your group, we pay the $1,000 and once it's paid off, it belongs to the group. Now, all the
That's correct.
campaigns belong, all the campaigns that you make up belongs to that group. It doesn't go to Project Broadcast or anything.
Right, we pay $1 and you pay 1,296, Vic, and we're in.
I'm ready to go today. Let's go. Come on, you girls. Let's let's not wait around. I mean, if it's
I
gonna
love
help
it, Vic.
everybody, let's go.
Awesome.
I don't worry about that stuff. What I worry about is it's gonna get used.
Right,
And the more we use it, and you girls are the best trainers. Susie, come on, you, Linda, and all of you girls over there are great trainers, and if we can get weekly training for the new people, they're coming in.
right.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is that Efficiency on Tap has already created those videos. So as much as possible, we want to have, the tools and that we're pointing folks to how to use, right? And they're using the videos that already exist. And then if we need to support some in that process, then we will. But at least in my mind, if we can avoid, having another thing to train on, that would be ideal.
Yeah, and if that other group has, those other NMDs are using, I'd like to know who it is so we can get a kind of a heads up and model. Why waste time? I mean, just go into that. What are you doing here? What can we have? And can our people use it? Some guy way out here in New York, he's all by himself. He's looking for help. And me, I forget. Oh, you're up in New York. Thanks. It's been a year now since I talked to you. No, you
Right.
don't want that. You don't want that. You want to, I tell you, our business is follow up every minute and every day. They don't hear from you, they go away. So,
Victor, that's real. That's so true. And I'm glad that you're enthusiastic about it. That was our question: who's going to use this? But I love what Tamara brought up too, is that it's for a future team. And when somebody comes on board,
yeah.
They're not going to know any different. This is our system. This is what we'll train you on. You get really good at this. It's going to be very efficient. If somebody had said that to me in the beginning, I would have been, yeah,
I mean,
showed me a way to be more efficient. I'm all over it. So
I was really good at the postcards, but when they went away, things fell apart.
well, that's what happens to those things that we have, and they have so many. I can't keep up with all that stuff, and there's a lot
Well,
of.
if we all committed to learning it, to doing it, it becomes contagious. Let's face it.
Yeah, I'm for that. My is a yes. And if you guys want to start it right away, let me know what we do. Let's get that program going. And if anybody wants, I know I'm always skeptical of programs because they come and they go, they come and they go.
Right.
But if we all do it together and somebody says, I can train on this or I can train on that. Ellen, you're so technical. Me, if I plug in something and I press the button, it all goes black. So I don't know. It's not that technical. Okay.
Yeah, I'm worried, Vic, that if you get on this program, you're never going to answer your phone again.
And don't call me on Sunday because I shut down. I really miss Easter and I'm not going to miss another one. But I am all for this project. You guys want to go? Let's do it. And it's not to push you into it. But when I hear something like this, and it's for the good of this group, I'm in. I'm all the way in.
Where'd Molly go? I saw she had her hand up. Oh, there she is.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, there you are.
The setup, is it done on our phone or can we do it on our computer?
Either one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then can you buy your own number from them or do you just take a random number?
So you, when you sign up, it will give you a choice of numbers.
Oh, okay.
Typically, you try to get an area code in your region. For me, there weren't any Washington area codes. I had to get an Idaho one, but I mean, these days everyone has any area code. I don't have a
Right.
local area code for my phone anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, but you can pick, they'll give you a selection to pick from. So, if you want something that's easier to remember, you
Perfect.
can
Thank
do
you.
that.
Thank you.
I'm thinking I could stop the recording. I did share in the chat a link. Okay, Shana has a question. I did share in the chat a link to sign up for Project Broadcast. I created a special easy code BTE for JP. And then again, like once you have signed up, there's two programs. There's a referral program. And then if you want to sign up as an affiliate and share, you do get 10% back. That's what I did here. And so, as we're sharing down with our team and they're signing up, it's also, even the monthly is paying for itself.
What are the credits?
The credits are how many messages of the automated messages go out. So the 500 credits would be, when you set somebody in a campaign, when they text a keyword and they're getting an automated campaign back, that's all using credits. When you're messaging directly or they've messaged you and you're replying back, that doesn't use any credits. I signed up last year. I have something like 5,000 credits. So also I'm happy to be a not a spokesperson, but if we do any things as a big team, that we have a campaign for our team members, if you want it coming from me, I'm happy to share my credits and my knowledge and excitement of Project Broadcast. Shana, you have a question.
So I just want to ask if it's, I have a customer who is, if the Juice Plus becomes blind accessible, that she'll become a rep. And so now I'm looking at this whole entire business from her angle, but she's blind from birth. And so I want to be able to make sure that this is going to be blind accessible. Which
So
I know you probably won't be able to answer. So.
I mean, it's text messaging, right? So if she has on her end, if you're using the tool and she has on her end something that makes, her phone blind accessible, then that will work. And then the vice versa. I mean, I guess that's probably a question for Project Broadcast for their support. Because I don't, that's such a good different perspective, Shana.
Yeah. And I'm starting to talk to corporate and all that to make things more accessible for the blind community.
That's so good.
Because she has a very large community that she wants in on this. So I'm all for that.
Yeah. The other thing to think about is there are templates and things for being like a wellness coordinator. So if she was referring folks and then, someone or you were her wellness coordinator and you were using the tools and, maybe that helps in some way.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.